Hello everybody, I'm Moldy, and this is another Crab's Treasure once again. In the last episode, we came to the city of New Carcinia looking to catch up with Lone Shark and get our shell back, and he might have sold it to this place right here. Welcome to Shellfish Desires, the flagship brick-and-mortar store of Shellfish Corp. How goes it, my visibly financially troubled friend? Is it that obvious? It is. I suppose you've come up to the upper crust for a bit of window shopping. No shame in it. Plenty of folks pause on their way through town to take a look at our luxury shells. You've got 5 minutes before your pause becomes a loiter, so enjoy them while they last, my friend. So, shell insurance, that seems interesting. But, yeah, you got some rather expensive shells. The conchigli. That's only got 10 defense, but a whole lot of durability. This sorry excuse for a shell became flaccid and rubbery as soon as it entered the water. What's the point? Oh, it's a fucking macaroni shell, and there's a shuttlecock and a Bartholomew. The only one of these I could afford would be this thing. But I don't want something that's got such little defense. A Felix cube? Ha! Little bro! I like the look of it. You got some really cool shells here. Imposter? A plush visage of a legendary traitor. Smokescreen, your umami becomes a dense cloud of ink that causes enemies to lose track of you. Sounds real good. Ooh, you got a trophy. A Matryoshka top. And I can also buy some different fucking scarves to wear. Ivory poncho. That looks like... Oh, it's part of a white trash bag. I thought it was white onion skin for a second. Heh, Mr. Krill. A slap on these trousers and you'll be well on your way to making your millionth microplastic. Cult leader. That's a fucking Cult of the Lamb reference right there. Midnight. I'm not sure if that's a reference to anything, but it looks neat. And a maid outfit. Still, what about shell insurance? At Shellfish's Eyes, you can pay microplastic to insure any shell you've worn before. At a moon snail shell, you can pick any insured shell to start with every time you respawn. Useful. Indeed, that is useful. But I don't feel like doing it. So, have you seen my shell? Did a big shark come into town and try to sell you a shell recently? Oh, he sure did. I told him to get stuffed. We don't do trade-ins here. And even if we did, I'd never take the kind of beat-up junk he sold me. Not a clue where he went after that. Does nobody in the city pay any attention? Unfortunately, no. They don't go paying attention to where people went. But that over there would be the museum. So perhaps the curator might have that shell o' mine. That is a place that he could have gone to. And this distinct-looking fellow here with the Pringle for a hat definitely looks like a curator if ever I've seen one. Excuse me, what is this building? What ho, little one? You stand before the New Carcinia Museum of Carcinized History, I say. Oh, neat. Can I go in? Apologies, but the museum is currently closed to the public while we put the finishing touches on the new exhibition. Oh. Hey, I'm looking for a tall shark who stole my shell. You seen anyone like that? Can't say I have, but if I'd traveled here to fence stolen goods, I'd start in the lower crust down beneath us. Gotcha, thanks. Be careful down there, I say. Oh, I will be careful. I've got a fork, so if things go south, I can always resort to violence. Now, oh, that fish just swim right through this fucking receipt bridge without tearing it. Good on them. They know how to pass through solid matter without causing any damage, and I want me that crystal. There you are. Gimme! Gimme them crystals. Now... There's a pawn shop right there, but I don't think we can do anything with it just yet. And we're looking for bottom feeders, the dive bar. Oh, there's an R there. The prawn shop. Well, that doesn't open until after we exhaust all of our leads. We gotta check bottom feeders right here. Oh, they got a crystal up on top of their bar. That's nice. So, what about you? Hey there, young'un. Welcome to Bottom Feeder's finest little watering hole this side of the slurry. Hi, my name's Krill. I'm new to town, I guess. Thought I recognized a fresh face. Pleased as plastic to meet you, Krill. Name's Nema. If you got the money, why not stop on in for a bite? My kiddos and I would love to have you. We also offer a stowaway hiring service if you're interested in such a thing. So, what's a stowaway? We already know what those are. We stick them on our shells for bonuses. You mentioned something about stowaways. What are those? Seen them around. Nickname for a little sort of fella that sticks itself to your shell. Oh, like a barnacle? Exactly. And for the right price, there's all sorts of them that might tag along. People pay for that? They sure do, hun. Lots of our visitors are here are travelers just stopping by who could use a little company on the road. You ought to consider it if you got a journey ahead of you. The open ocean can get mighty lonely, hun. I'll think about it. Thanks, ma'am. Aw, call me Nema, hun. I'm not a crabby old lady just yet. So, stowaways. I can hire a razor blade. That's neat. And reduced attack speed comes from these, with a heavy bonus to attack. No damage from falling into the abyss is good. Ew. So yeah, that's some nice shit you got there. But I don't feel like actually buying stuff anyway. Hey, I can increase my stowaway capacity for 2,500 microplastics. Gonna have to save for that. Anyway, shell. Hey, if it's not too much of a bother, I'm looking for a shark that took my shell. Any chance he stopped by here? Fairly sure I'd remember a fella like that swimming into my establishment. Sorry, kiddo. That's okay. No worries. Well, that only leaves the blacksmith, who's right over there, pounding away at something, cracking at that molten piece of metal. Oi there, Scrap. It's a fine piece of metal in your claws there. Lots of promise. Care to make it shine with me, Scrap? Yeah, let's make it shine. Make it shine? You mean my fork? It's just some piece of junk I found in my neighborhood. Oh, and what a piece of junk it is, Scrap. Bring this old smith some relics he can break down, and he'll show you what that junk of yours can really do. Sounds useful. So, let's upgrade my fork with that stainless relic before asking about my shell. So that's extra attack going on. I almost don't want to ask, but did a jerk shark come here trying to sell a shell for scrap? It probably would have seemed crazy to you because the shell was super gorgeous and cool. Oh, he came by here, turned that shell to scrap as soon as I could. What? Are you serious? Sure as seafoam I am. Hey, wait, you said a shark? Scrap that. My mistake, no sharks came by, nay. What? What do you think I said? You almost gave me a heart attack. No need to shout, Scrap. My ears work just fine. Well, that's all of our leads exhausted. It's gotta be somewhere. I just gotta find where that shark went. The city's so big, how am I ever gonna find my shell? This place is so stupid. About to get hit by a car. And it's loud. Why couldn't everyone just leave me alone? Everywhere I turn, someone's trying to take something away from me, or sell me some kind of... Scuttle right up, fellow citizens! It's the grand opening of the prawn shop, full legitimate shallows made wares. We got plastics, we got metals, we got packing foam, we got garbage you ain't even heard of yet. What the... That dude has my shell on his head. That's my shell! Are you serious? This guy's still following me? Alright, play it cool. I don't know what you're talking about. Seriously, give that back. It was stolen from me by a jerk shark. Well, first off, that shark seemed super cool and chill to me. Second of all, he, sold it to me fair and square. You want it back, you gotta buy it like everything else in this store. That's how the prawn shop works, baby. Well, how much, and, what can I actually pay with? Depends what you got, pal. I got a few microplastics, I guess, and some string. Look, that shell's really important to me. Could I work for it or something? I'll do anything. Anything, huh? Yeah, I guess I could probably come up with some arduous and meaningless time sinks for you to partake in and earn your shell back. For starters, why don't you scrape the barnacles off my sweaty... Wait, did you hear that? Hear what? Belay this conversation, kid. Trash Island is here. This always catches me off guard. I gotta get ready before I miss out on some prime plastics. Hey, I'm not done talking to you. Well, guess Trash Day's happening. At the toll of the bell.
Trash Day! It's Trash Day!
Yep.
Everyone get your baskets! Don't miss out!
Well, Garbage Island hovers above. And they all gather up all the trash they can. Oop, he took a pill bottle to the face.
Back off! I saw it first!
Get your own trash, lump suckers!
Well, now that's a big one. It's totally worth it.
What is that thing?
I've never seen anything like it.
It's a message from the captain! It's got his face right on it! It's gotta be!
Excuse me? Excuse me, please. Pardon me. Excuse me, young lady. As New Cassinia's official historian, I'm sure I can shed some light on... My God! If I'm not mistaken, this is part of a map showing the way to a most valuable treasure, I say. If someone were to find its missing pieces and decipher them, why, they'd be rich beyond their wildest dreams, I say.
Rich? I like the sound of that. That treasure's as good as mine. I'll be able to afford the flashiest shell in the ocean, you know?
Not if I get there first! Think of all the tourists that treasure can bring to our city!
Well, don't you count out us bottom-siders. You'll be eating your hat when I get that treasure and fix up my restaurant.
It would appear the hunt is on, I say. The first stop on the map seems to be the forest to the north of here. May the best, Crab.
Apologies for the interruption, folks. I seem to have misheard something. I could have almost sworn there were some citizens here planning on unearthing some valuables. Need I remind you all how threatening the ocean is outside this reef? I'd hope it would go without saying that the duty of such a dangerous excavation would fall to the Shellfish Corporation. That would be safest for all involved. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I hear you, Roland. No problem.
Then, as Shellfish Corp's CEO and this fair city's de facto mayor, I suppose no one would have any objections to my taking sole control of this treasure hunt. Are we all in agreement?
Oh dear. I suppose that sounds all right with me, I say.
You hear what they're talking about over there?
Sounds like some kind of crazy treasure hunt.
Hey, kid, I just got an idea. If you can go get that treasure they're jawing about, I'll gladly trade your shell for it.
For real? You'd really do that?
You bet. A prawn never goes back on his promise.
Aw, yeah! I'm gonna find that treasure!
Haha, yeah, you go, kid! Roland can't tell us what to do! That treasure belongs to whoever can find it first!
The corporations don't control us!
I suppose a little friendly competition is only fair.
You're damn right it
I
is.
hope you know what you just dove into, kid. See you in the open ocean, treasure hunters.
Well, we got ourselves a villain, and everyone found the courage to stand up to him, and all it took was him pointing a gun at a child. Dang, that was crazy with a capital Z. You really stepped in it now, kid. That squid that hangs around Roland doesn't think twice about disappearing people. You told me to. Hey, I recall merely making a suggestion, pal. But the offer still stands. If you can get me that treasure, the shell's all yours. Well, okay, where do I start? Weren't you listening to that old dude? It's off in the grove, way north of here. You got a bit of a walk ahead of you. Great, well, I guess I have no choice now. I'm on this treasure hunt whether I like it or not. Oh yeah, one more thing. If you find any other junk out there, I'll take it off your hands for some microplastics. Fair's fair. Well, I can now buy and sell things to this guy. Barbed hooks, I can use those. For my spearfishing ability, stainless relic. I can really use that, upgrading my stuff. Tackle pouch lets you carry more barbed hooks at once. Perfect for the kind of psycho who's always getting into fights with fish. Oh yeah. Heart kelp sprout. So, wait, does that... I'm not sure. Does that, like, give me more fucking heart kelp that I can carry at once? It doesn't say that, but he charges a lot for it. And there's a shark egg. This feels kind of unethical. Ha ha ha. That's probably a stowaway that I could use. Home, which costs 999,999,999 microplastics. Sorry, kid, you're not getting this back until you get me that treasure. Well, that is most unfortunate. I really do want to get my home back. And I can also sell off all these bread claws. Sell all of those, and that, and this. Nothing left to sell. So, I think... yeah, that's enough to buy this stainless relic. Alright. Well, there goes all the extra money I had, and I really don't feel like talking to all these people. I did enough voices for one moment. And I'm gonna head back to the smith and upgrade my fork even further after I grab that crystal that's on top of bottom feeders. Incoming! Damn, I missed. Thought that would've hit it for sure, but crystals is crystals. And, oh, there's another moon snail shell that I can go popping up right here. But first, upgrades. I went through all the trouble of buying that thing. Ruthless waves ain't taken you yet, then scrap. Yeah, I haven't even left town since that last upgrade. Oh, I need 2 relics for this upgrade. Son of bitch. But it makes sense. Here I thought I'd get away with upgrading out of just 1 relic. But fine. I'll just do what I can. I'm up on top of your shit, bouncing off of your sponges, and I need to reach that fish hook, damn. Not reaching that fish hook, apparently, but this thing should be able to bounce me somewhere higher that's closer by, like up here. Yeah, that's how we get out of the lower crust. Anyway, we're heading north. At least I think this is north. Oh, there's a fucking compass right there in the top left corner of the screen. I'm a fucking idiot. This is the way we're going. We're on our way to find some treasure and possibly tangle with a fucking money-grubbing asshole accompanied by an assassin squid. So, shit's gonna get difficult. Shit can never be too easy around here. This game is pretty difficult, but there is, where is it, options, there's fucking settings. We have an assist mode. Another Crab's Treasure is meant to be a challenging game, but everyone plays their own way. If the game's difficulty is harming your fun, feel free to turn on some of these options to make things a bit easier. Yes, we can make our shell harder, take less damage, less health for the enemies, up the invincibility on the dodge, parry window, prevent microplastic loss on death, that's nice. Pitfall damage can be turned off, we can slow the game down, and my favorite option, give Krill a gun. You turn that on and you're just walking around with a fucking full-sized M1911, the kind that you'd see a fucking human carrying, wearing that as a shell, and if I'm not mistaken, you shoot somebody with that and it kills them instantly. No matter who it is, if it's a boss, a weak little bastard, everyone gets one-shotted by that thing. Whoa, 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 hold your seahorses, kiddo. Look, we're technically rivals in this treasure hunting thingamajig, but that don't mean I want to see you get devoured before my eyes. What did I do wrong? Look, there's rules to exploring the sands between. Namely, steps you gotta take from preventing him from slurping you right out of your shell and eating you whole. See these arches? Folks who commute from here have done a pretty good job of scenting routes to the nearby areas. Scenting? Yep, laying down scents that he ain't a fan of. No matter how tasty you are, he won't pass near the path. Wait, who are we talking about? Who is this guy? Look, just stick to the arches, okay, kiddo? And if you get chased, make your way back to one as quick as you can. Can do! Yep. So, that is a very good warning she gives you. You follow this path of plastics but from each of those life preservers, and if you wander off, that happens. And you are interfering with me trying to fight that guy. So, I'll get rid of you. These fish do a lot more damage than you would expect, so you gotta get rid of them. There we go. They also have no sense of an honorable duel, so they will come after you while you're trying to fight him, Paguris the Ravenous. This dude is... ow. He's like a fucking tree sentinel situation in Elden Ring. A very tough enemy that you can fight, you can beat him, but you're better off waiting until you're stronger. And look, there he is on the map with that fucking fork and knife tied onto his claws. And that was my first death of the playthrough. When you are slain, you'll drop all your microplastics and your shell, if you had one, in the spot where you died. Be careful when you go to pick them up. If you die again, they will, while they're still on the ground, they'll be lost forever. So, yeah. Best to avoid that for now as we make our way across the sands between, as they call this place. Obvious joke there, if you've played Elden Ring, that is. Anyway, I want to get my stuff back. It's right over there. And probably not far enough off the trail to go attracting the unwanted attention of that big ravenous guy. There we go, got my stuff. Yay! I'm safe. And I didn't get the attention of any of those annoying little fish. But anyway, I'm wearing my shell backwards. That's not the most defensive place to put it, though it does cover your shame quite well. Anyway, I'm all out of time for this episode, so thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope to see you again in the next one. God, bye.